Okay, so just walk, keep your head up a little bit quicker, imagine you're late. Okay guys, so this is my assessment to start with, and walk back to us. Good. So next time when you turn round, I want you to walk toes turned in for me, so we're looking for internal rotation. So this is how I assess most people, purely because I work with injuries. What I can see there is Mel's right leg lacks internal rotation on the way back up. And she's kind of got a whip going on with her left foot as well. This time I want you to walk crisscross legs for me. So legs cross the way, good, like so. So again, I can confirm why that right foot's whipping is because there's a lack of hip adduction there. This is sort of two examples that I would use to assess people. Good, stop there for me, Mel. Now what I want you to do is, I want you to turn your toes to face in for me. Good, and I just want you to rotate your hands round like so. So what I'm looking for here is the foot that moves. And as we can see, her left foot is just pushing up off the ground and starting to rotate out the way, which shows she's got a lack of internal rotation on that left hip. We're going to assess adduction, so adduction, again, which was on her right hip. So this time, Mel, what you're going to do is you're going to bring your feet together. Good, like so. And I just want you to move from side to side for me, like so. Good. So the hips are adducted at the moment, and I can just see the left goes out nicely, but the right is slightly catching in there. So we're going to sort that so it flows a lot better. Obviously, if people are sports-based or performance-based, I would test them slightly differently because I'd test them with what they do. So runners, I would test them a lot single-legged and look at the asymmetries they have there, look at their thoracic spine a lot more. Here I'm just going to show you the hips as we're doing now, just for some examples of exactly what I do with clients. So now Mel's going to fix the internal rotation of her left hip. So all Mel's going to do is lunge forward and round with your right leg, like that. Okay? Yeah, good. Keep doing that. So nice and simple, just using motion there, good. And she's going to keep lunging round like so. Good. Don't lunge as far for me, nice and short range to start with, good. From there, I want you to punch your left hand down towards your right knee. There you go, good. So we're really driving the internal rotation just a little bit more. Good, and one more. This time you're going to lunge left leg forward and turn your foot in when you land. That's it, good. And now what I want you to do is drive your right hand down towards your left leg. So both ways that I'm doing this, we're actually getting internal rotation at that left hip. Try and just step further forward this way. That's better, much better. Good, and don't turn your upper body so much. Yeah, keep your upper body facing this way, that's better. Do you feel that in your left glute?
Yeah.
Yeah? And do you feel it in your left hip?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay, so once we've worked that, we can see that her back foot's coming round, so she's actually coming out of it. We need to keep your back foot facing straight. Good. There. So I might want to just shorten her range slightly, so just make sure it's a little bit shorter for me. That's better, and now punch further. So I'm going to get her top driver working harder, and her bottom driver, i.e. her foot, less. Good. Now what I want you to do is, I don't want you to reach down, I want you to reach towards those mirrors for me. That's it. Really rotating. Good. Feel it more now?
Yeah.
Good. Keep that back foot facing towards me. Perfect. Remember, turn the toe. That's it. One more. Relax. So, just on there, that's internal rotation. Now, we're going to retest it again. So, Mel, just walk that way, toes turned in for me. Good, and come back. So left hip seems a lot better. Good. Okay, this time I'm going to show you a hands-on solution for getting internal rotation at our left hip. What I want you to do is pull left foot forward for me, face the camera. Good. Okay. Now all we're going to do is a nice and easy heel toe rock, and you're just going to bend your front knee. So there's two ways I can do this hands-on. The first is all I do is block the femur and just push the pelvis around gently, so I just speed the pelvis up. Or what I can do is I can twist the femur and block the pelvis and just get hands-on in there driving that motion. Feel that? Good. 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 Okay, so let's test it again. Let's do the excursion test again. So toes turned in for me. Good, and rotate side to side. As you can see, the left toe now isn't coming up as much either. To me, I'm pretty happy with that solution there. If I couldn't get that, then that's when I would work in sort of heavier drivers. I would work a lot more hands-on and hands-on with heavy drivers for that. The next thing that I sometimes do is working with posture. With a lot of people working with injuries, what I tend to do is work especially through their pecs and thoracic spine. One of the things that I do is I don't actually have it with me, is use a straight back. So what you're going to do is step right foot forward into a lunge position. Good. And we're going to take the arm up here. Just relax. Good. Sometimes right in here at the top of the pec, you see people hunched over and really tight. What I tend to do is get them lunging back and forward, yeah, but keep this arm still, and we just scrape in here nice and easy. Okay, so just lunge back and forward. Good. So make sure it's a step. So you step, and yeah, good. There, good. And all I do is work in here with them, scraping away in here, like so. And we can do the same thing down to the legs with movement. So when they're driving some motions, for example, people who've got bad calves, get them doing a heel toe rock, driving the motion, and you just work into those calves scraping away. I'd like to learn a lot more about it though. Hopefully if I can get to the July one, I will. July course, I will. That's most of my techniques that I used there, apart from vibration training, because we don't have one in the studio here, which I mainly use for distraction and releasing muscles and getting people warm and feeling good. Bit like most people do really, is they're great for warm-ups, cool-downs, activating a few muscles as well, and distracting people from what they're actually meant to be doing and taking away the pain. Yeah, perfect.